So here pretty soon you're going to watch a video called Austin's Butterfly about giving feedback. So when you watch this video, it's of younger kids, like first and second graders, and they're talking about how to draw a butterfly. But I don't want you to watch the video trying to learn how to draw the butterfly. The whole reason you're watching this video is to watch how they give feedback. Okay, so once you get done watching the video, we're going to take notes on how to give feedback. But so when you're watching the video, even though it's little kids, they give pretty good feedback, and there's a lot of stuff you can learn from that video. So don't watch it about learning how to draw butterflies. Think about it, how are they giving feedback? What type of feedback are they giving? Okay, so that's what I want you to watch. So go ahead and pause this video and go watch Austin's Butterfly, which is the second video. Okay, pause it right now. Okay, so now that you've watched Austin's Butterfly, we're going to take some notes on it. So what I want you to do is on your paper, you're going to draw this shape on your paper, these lines. So if you notice at the top it's a little bit thinner than at the bottom. Okay, so the bottom is a little bit fatter. And also this vertical line is not in the center. It's like 2/3 of the way over. So this is thinner, this is fatter. So you're going to draw this on your paper, and this is what we're going to use to take notes. Remember, you can pause this video at any time, so that way you can, if I'm going too fast. So up at the top, in the skinny part up here, you're going to write giving feedback, and then you're going to write STEAM, so that's what this class is. You're going to write your name, okay, so your first and last name, and then whatever date it is today. So let me draw mine real quick. So the first thing that they talked about was that if you give feedback, you can get better quality work. So if you look at Austin's first picture here of this butterfly, okay, this is what I would expect from a first grader. Okay, maybe any of these top ones. These bottom ones, I'm pretty impressed that a first grader could draw this type of butterfly. So the reason we give feedback is to get higher quality work. So write down feedback produces higher quality work. And notice what section I'm writing it in. I'm writing it in the big fat section right in the middle, kind of on the right hand side. Whenever you're giving feedback, they split it into very specific categories. So whenever they were splitting this for the butterfly, they talked about the wing shape, and then they also talked about the pattern. Okay, now the wing shape is what they focused on, okay, because if you told Austin in first grade or anybody all the things that were wrong with this butterfly to get to this one all at once, and you just made a big long list, it'd be way too overwhelming and he would give up, probably. Okay, so he just wouldn't want to do it. So they split it up into specific parts. So they talked just about the wing shape. Once Austin got the wing shape, he got the idea of how to look like a scientist. And so when he did the pattern, he did it pretty quick. So he was learning the skills here of observation, and he eventually got it. So they split it into very small, manageable pieces. Okay, so that's the next part, is split feedback into small, specific pieces. Okay, so make sure they're specific about what they're doing. So for the next part, they gave very specific feedback about the shape. So they were coming up and saying this wing needs to be longer, it needs to look like a triangle. Okay, or right here, they were saying the wing needs to be more arched. So they were extremely specific. They weren't just saying, there's something wrong with these wings. They told them exactly what was wrong. So they needed to be specific and maybe give some suggestions on how to fix it. Okay, so you give specific feedback and how to fix it. So you have to do both. So specific, write this down, specific feedback and how to fix it. Okay, so you need to write that in your notes. The next one was Austin's attitude. Now, Austin wasn't there, and so but the guy kind of explained his attitude, was that Austin wanted to keep trying. He wanted to get better. So what he did was, he did multiple drafts, okay? But if Austin would have had a bad attitude, he would have taken this as people were trying to make fun of his butterfly. Okay? It's just like if you get a text or you read an email or something like that. If you were in a bad mood, you take it that the other person is being negative. But if you're in a positive mood, receptive mood, that these people are trying to help you, then you read that text or that email in a completely different light. And you think, oh, they're trying to help me, and you take it more positive. So when you're getting feedback, you need to keep in mind that people are trying to help you, okay? They're not being mean. Okay, so keep a positive attitude. They're trying to help you. And the last step is you need to do multiple drafts, getting feedback each time. Okay, so each time that Austin did one of these drawings, he showed it to his classmates, and they gave him feedback and told him what he could do better each time. So you need to have multiple drafts. Okay? So you need to have multiple drafts, make sure you write that down, multiple drafts of your product. Okay, so that's all the notes we're going to be taking, but we still have two pieces on our notes that we need to fill out. We have this part on the left-hand side, and we have this part down at the bottom. So we're actually going to have to do something with our notes now. So this spot on the left over here is where you're going to write like keywords or concepts. Okay, so I'm going to look at this first one, and feedback produces higher quality work. So I'm going to draw an up arrow. Okay, so high quality work. I did an arrow, you can do whatever you want. Okay, but the quality of work goes up. So that's my keyword right here. Now both of these have the same word. Okay, this one's talking about splitting it into small specific pieces, and then this needs to be specific. Okay, so specific is going to be my keyword for both of these together. Okay, and then positive attitude, they're trying to help, so you need to keep a positive attitude. My positive attitude. Okay, and the last one is make multiple drafts. Okay, and I underline the S just to make sure that you remember that there's more than one. Okay, so these are my keywords about these notes. Now down here at the bottom, because we still have one spot left, is where we're going to put the summary of these notes. So I'm going to look at my key concepts, and then because these notes are pretty short, I'm going to try to put them into one sentence. Okay. Now you could do more if you had more notes over here. You could do more than one sentence. But since this is all we have, I'm just going to do a quick summary. So. Okay. So my one sentence, which is kind of a long sentence, so you could do two. I wrote specific feedback, positive attitude, and multiple drafts produce high quality work. Make sure you write that down. Specific feedback, positive attitude, and multiple drafts produce high quality work. Okay, so that's the reason why we're giving feedback and a little bit on how to do it. Okay, so we'll talk more about the different types of feedback coming up, but this is why we do feedback and a little bit on how to do it.